Well, today you'll run into some more snow the farther west you head, but here it's mainly flurries, maybe a pocket or two of afternoon, very light snow, but low 20s, mostly cloudy most of the day. It's 11 degrees now. We'll have more on Friday's winter storm coming up. It should be a pretty good one, Kim.
All right, well, bundle up, but I'm sure you already knew that. Here is a look at your commute right now over on southbound I-75. This is a look right at Clay, and you can see that traffic volumes are still pretty light, and the commute is way better than it was yesterday.
Thank goodness for that. Police in Memphis, Tennessee are trying to explain how a dead body inside of a car went undetected in their impound lot for almost 2 months.
You think that they would have at least smelled it, but back in December, the van was taken to the impound lot after a shootout between a group of men. Fast forward 7 weeks, the owner goes to pick up his van and discovers the body. Police are investigating, and they're also looking into their procedures when processing evidence.
Shocking I think they wouldn't have searched.
They all need to be fired. How do you miss a body?
Yeah. 5:27 is your time. Next at 5:30, local stories from Detroit, Birmingham, and Warren.
Also, an Olympic-sized scam alert. The important warning involving possible cyber attacks as we head into the Winter Games.
Also, a string of burglaries and break-ins in several Oakland County suburbs. What police want you to know next.
Meet Rank live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
Thieves targeting homes all across Oakland County. The string of break-ins and burglaries police want you to know about. That's coming up.
Also, should be a much smoother commute than we've had all week long, but it is the calm before the storm. Make no mistake, the morning drive should be fine, but over the next 24 hours, we are in for another wintry mess. You've been warned.
I'm over it.
It's been a rough week. I mean, especially for commuters, it has been every single day this week. Yesterday was miserable. It took people hours to go what would normally be a 20-minute, 30-minute commute, Brandon, so.
I'm blaming Andrew Humphrey.
Yeah, I left at 8 o'clock
Had
yesterday.
nothing to do with you, huh?
I mean, just that for a little while it was and then instantly it wasn't my fault anymore. That's how it works. It's like, you know, tag, you're at 11 degrees at Metro Airport. 3 is the wind chill in Wayne County. 4 below air temperature and wind chill, so a lighter wind in Ann Arbor, but very cold. Pontiac in our north zone, also a light wind, but 8 degrees. 5 in Adrian, feels like 4 below with about a 7-mile-an-hour wind blowing. That's it. Here's a look at your day-to-day. We have 12 degrees at 8 a.m., still mostly cloudy. 19 your temperature by noon, a few flakes and flurries. Afternoon highs struggling, low 20s, but all in all, not a bad day. Below average temperatures. Yes, a couple of flakes and flurries this morning. May see an isolated little pocket of snow through the afternoon, breaking free from the west, but a bigger storm is coming our way tomorrow, and we'll have more on that coming up, Evrod.
But ahead of the predicted big snow tomorrow, Brandon, Delta Airlines has actually started to issue travel waivers for Michigan flights. Flights that are booked to and from Michigan must be reissued on or before Monday. In addition, rebooked travel plans will begin no later than Monday. The airports affected by the waiver are Detroit, Flint, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Lansing, and Saginaw. You are encouraged to call ahead to learn of any delays with your flights. And for everybody else that is not traveling in the friendly skies, let's get a check of your road conditions with Kim DeGiulio.
Yeah, you're probably traveling on the roads, and thankfully today is a lot better than yesterday. The biggest problem will probably be dodging those potholes. So be careful out there. You still want to take it easy, but no accidents to talk about at this time. Here's a look at your commute over on I-96. This is right near Wyoming, and you can see that there's not much going on. The roads, we can see pavement, something that we really couldn't see yesterday with all that snow coming down. So we're looking a lot better, and we're thankful for that. Tomorrow is a whole different story, though. Brandon's going to be telling us all about that this morning. And I also want to let you know about construction. So we'll talk about some construction over on the Davison coming up in my next report at 5:44. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Kim. In the meantime, it is 5:33, and our top story this half hour is a very disturbing attack that actually happened inside of a local school.
Certainly did. We're talking about a 14-year-old that is being charged with sexually assaulting another student, and that teen is going to be in court today. Let's get to Local 4's Priya Mann. And Priya, I understand, although 14, he's being charged as an adult.
Yeah, that's right, Rhonda, and he's being charged with 3 counts of criminal sexual conduct, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment on this brutal attack on a freshman student in her own high school.
And this is probably the saddest, most really vicious case I've seen, the most violent case that I've seen, that brutal as far as heinous, monstrous.
Commissioner Dwyer is speaking of 14-year-old Kamani Jamal Tolbert of Warren. The chief says he hung around a Lincoln High School stairwell after school on November 28th, waiting for a victim. A
14-year-old victim who for the rest of her life is going to be traumatized.
He found one who attempted to escape his advances with everything she had.
She fought off the attacker for 20 minutes.
This we know because there are some 50 video security cameras inside the school, and it appears more than 1 camera recorded the terrifying assault.
Can't describe, the feelings that we have for this victim and the family enough as far as, our sorrow goes out, our support goes out to the family.
Van Dyke School Superintendent Piper Bogner put out a statement saying, "We're horrified and saddened by this situation. We are doing all we can for the victim and the family." The school personnel responded swiftly, and we are continuing to work with the Warren Police Department and related law enforcement authorities. The assault so brutal, it leaves Dwyer believing the alleged rapist has done this before.
When he goes to prison, and I hope he goes to prison for life, because he deserves life for what he did to her, to this 14-year-old victim.
And police officers say they won't soon forget this horrific case, saying their full support is behind this young victim and her family. Meanwhile, Tolbert will be in court today for his preliminary exam. We will be there. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4 News Today.
Oh, what a disturbing case. And I have a couple questions, Priya. One, did Tolbert go to the same school? And also, you were mentioning that Chief Dwyer thinks he's done this before. Is there any evidence of that?
Yeah, so he is a student at that school, and because of the severity of her injuries, police believe that he has done this before. He was waiting in that stairwell for a victim. She fought him off for so long. They're asking anybody who may have been victimized or has any information to give them a call. Send it back to you.
Very disturbing.
It sure is.
So young.
Certainly keeping our thoughts with that girl as she recovers.
Priya, thank you. It is 5:36 now, and right now, Detroit police need your help. They need your help searching for a missing 12-year-old boy. Kieran Hayes was last seen by his mother at their home on Shiawassee Drive, south of 7 Mile and west of Telegraph on Tuesday morning. His mother says that Kieran failed to come home from school that afternoon and did not report for school on Wednesday. He is believed to be in good physical and mental condition. Take a close look at this photo here. If you recognize him, please contact police.
And now to the flu epidemic that is plaguing the country. We have learned of the first pediatric flu death this flu season in Michigan has been confirmed. The reported death involves a child from the Upper Peninsula. Nationally, there have been more than 50 flu-related pediatric deaths so far this year. The flu season also has had some of the highest hospitalization rates ever recorded. Officials say it is not too late to get a flu shot.
A string of burglaries and break-ins have people living in several Oakland County communities on high alert, and rightfully so. Police from Birmingham, Beverly Hills, and Royal Oak are investigating separate burglary cases there. One suspect is considered a prowler who police say is throwing rocks to try and get into the homes to steal cash. The other is a set of thieves who are hitting homes in broad daylight even. The departments are working together to track down those responsible.
We're going to share information, and other departments are going to share information with us.
Well, police are encouraging you to lock all of your doors, lock your windows, make sure that security systems are working properly to hopefully deter some of these crooks.
It's 5:37, and we have some new information on a community fight that we have been following out of Oakland County. Earlier this week, we told you how homeowners in Pontiac were unhappy about a developer's plan for the old Washington Middle School, which has been vacant for nearly 15 years. It's in the heart of this neighborhood, and last night they had their chance to sound off on potentially turning the building into low-income senior housing. The Zoning Commission believes this is beneficial and eventually voted in favor. The developer, Venture Incorporated, originally requested a zoning which could allow a 12-story building, and the commission made sure that would not happen. However, residents are not convinced that Venture Incorporated won't make plans to build something down the line on the remaining 6 acres of land.
I like the idea of the senior building, but I do not like the idea of all the rest of the property being able to be changed right before our eyes.
Last night's yes vote moves the plan to the city council. There's a recommendation that council separate the open land from the final deal.
It is 5:38 on your Thursday morning. Everybody knows I enjoy pizza.
Yes, we do.
Why not? And a good meal at that. But this story goes a little too far. There is a vigil that's planned for a fast food sign. What?
We'll have more on that. Also, in the carport with Jason, drowsy driving. It's at least 10 times worse than we've ever been told.
We're going to have more behind this special study, but first, a special church service becomes a crime scene when someone there goes on the attack. We'll have everything you need to know coming up.
Welcome back, everybody. Police are searching for a motive behind a church service stabbing in Corpus Christi, Texas. The incident happened at the pastor's private residence where a group of church members were holding a special service. Witnesses say that the suspect leapt from the crowd and stabbed the pastor and a band member. The pastor and band member remain in critical condition with life-threatening injuries. 2 other people who tried to break up the scuffle were injured and are in critical condition.
Well, we have 2 Help Me Hank alerts to tell you about this morning. First, new findings from Consumer Reports raising privacy and security concerns about the smart TVs that you might even be watching our show on right now. And the problems affect many top brands, including Samsung and Roku. So what happens if your TV is hacked, you might be asking? Well, the channels can suddenly change. No, it's not a ghost. The volume can be increased, and hackers can even control the content. Experts are saying that hackers are not able to spy on or steal your information. However, they can collect data about your viewing habits.
Also, with Winter Olympics arriving, McAfee is warning consumers about potential cyber attacks. The company is forewarning consumers not to be too quick to open emails if you see something related to the Winter Games. They anticipate spear phishing techniques during the Winter Olympics. Experts at McAfee say to make sure that the URL address looks legitimate, and before logging into an online account, check the web address to make sure that you have it correct.
All right, it's time to take a look at some events for your calendar this morning. The Downtown Utica Ice Carving and Fireworks Spectacular, that's going to be happening this Saturday. And you can chill out at the annual event, which features carriage rides, live music, and even ice sculptures.
The event takes place at the Riverwalk near the Clock Tower next to City Hall on Auburn Road. And the best part is admission is free.
And if you are looking for a way to beat the winter blues, Detroit's Beacon Park will be playing free movies all month long. Now, they're going to turn the large heated winter lodge tent into a free community movie theater. There will also be movie-themed activities and entertainment, as well as movie snacks, you name it. February Flicks is what it's called, and it's set to happen on the 10th through the 17th, the 10th, 17th, and the 24th. So 3 dates there. We've got the list of movies that you can enjoy watching from Beacon Park, as well as all the activities on clickondetroit.com.
And this Saturday is also the 6th annual Punchki Run in Hamtramck. Every runner will receive a punchki and a beer once they finish. Well, how nice is that? The polka music will fill the air in the runner's tent. Registration is $40, and all the proceeds go to Hamtramck's parks and community non-motorized transportation plans. You're also encouraged to come out and support the runner.
But doesn't a punchki sound real good right now?
It does. Warm you up on Saturday, Brandon.
Where's our spell check person? Do you see the banner said Pansky or something? Not Punchki. Come on, guys, get this. It should be a phonetic thing, right? Hey, good morning. Thursday, the calm before the big storm tomorrow. And this is from Celine and posted yesterday. This guy says, you call this a snowstorm? Come on. These dogs are loving it. These are their dog sled tracks back there. Not really, but don't they look like they should be doing it? Local 4 storm pins, a free app under WDIV. Want to see your pets. We want to see your snowstorm pictures, especially tomorrow. So download that app right now. 11 degrees with a wind chill in the lower single digits with a northwest wind at about 5 miles an hour. The winds later this morning will be picking up out of the west-southwest, 7 to 15, occasionally gusting 20, 22. And we'll be feeling that. The cooler cooler air all day, 12 at 8 a.m., 19 at noon, 4 p.m., 22 degrees or so, a few afternoon flurries and light snow shower chances from the effects of lake-enhanced clouds coming at us from the west. And again, morning flurries, afternoon isolated little snow shower. But this is the storm tomorrow out west that has already prompted a winter storm watch for just about all of us. Once you get north of I-69, the threat for heavier accumulating snow goes down. But here is the basics of what you need to know. A winter storm watch already posted. Think the snow will get going by about 4 a.m. on your Friday here all across Metro Detroit. How much? 5 to 10 inches likely throughout the day. So school closings a possibility throughout today being posted for tomorrow. And you can find those on clickondetroit.com. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I think the concern tomorrow will not so much be the morning, maybe an inch or two coming down as the kids are heading to school, but more for the snow that will be coming all day, maybe some early dismissals and closings because of the potential of just a non-stop snow on your finally Friday. Here it comes. Here's 5 a.m. and notice the snow is on us and heavy at times, not as heavy in our north zone, but M59 and south will all be into that 5 to 10 inch range through the day tomorrow. Again, starting early, lasting probably through the evening drive. Saturday, Sunday, another storm potential. Just want to warn you, Saturday into Sunday, late Saturday, early Sunday. Right now, models are a little split on this one, but if it comes at us, it could be several new inches of snow late Saturday, early Sunday. But all eyes on tomorrow, Kim.
Yes, it is going to be a very wintry weekend, but winter lovers are going to love it. There's going to be a lot of fun snow playing this weekend. All right, well, let's talk about your commute right now, though, because we don't have snow on the roads this morning, which is a whole lot different than yesterday, so we're looking a lot better. No accidents to talk about right now. Just want to let you know about construction over in Pontiac, affecting the southbound lanes of Telegraph between Orchard Lake and Square Lake. 2 lanes are going to be blocked between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m., so we'll see a slowdown there. And then over on the Davison, both sides there between Linwood and the Lodge, expect 1 lane blocked here starting up at 9 a.m. and this is going to wrap up around 3 p.m. And then this project will also be happening tomorrow at that same time. But other than that, we are good to go this morning. No accidents to report. So that's great news, right, guys?
Yeah, it is.
Very good
Nice
news.
Morning compared to the whole week.
Yeah, it is 5:49, everybody. Let's get into some stories that you might have missed, starting with this one, and you need to come close to the TV to see this. This is over in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. A crime suspect has been identified, all thanks to this witness hand-drawn sketch of the man. So take a close look. A criminal complaint has been filed against a 44-year-old male suspect. Police say that while this sketch might appear cartoonish, well, that's because it is. It helped one investigator think of who could have potentially committed this crime. Now, here is the suspect and the witness sketch side by side. He's accused of impersonating a vendor and taking money from a stand while an employee had stepped away. What?
It worked.
It certainly did. But I can think of at least 3 people who that one on the left looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Including a cartoon character.
Well, whatever works and what helps police catch the person responsible. But if it was me, I'd be like, that does not look like me. It's not I. So what might be one of the last holdouts of the old Uptown neighborhood in Minneapolis is set to get a proper memorial.
Yes, take a look. A Facebook event has been set up to hold a candlelight vigil for this giant cowboy hat attached to an Arby's restaurant. The fast food outlet has been in the neighborhood for nearly 50 years, but abruptly closed the other week.
And so far, more than 700 people say that they're attending the event, and another 4,000 are interested. The vigil is scheduled for tomorrow night, and hats off to the organizers.
Oh, yeah, I did. What do you do with things like that?
With the big sign?
Yeah.
Put it on
top. Where do they end up?
Put it on your roof? You'll have all kinds of strange people coming back. I would like the curly fries and the number 7. Oh, boy.
All this week, we have been trying to help you battle the winter blues. And man, has it been a rough winter week for a lot of people. Up next, how to experience a tropical vacation without even leaving the metro area.
Yes, we have that coming up in just a little bit. Keep it here.
On the next Live in the D, how to create an easy but romantic dinner at home for Valentine's Day.
Plus how you can win the ultimate family getaway.
Today at 10 a.m. on Local 4.
He's the new face.
Good Thursday morning, 11 degrees outside. Wind chills a little closer to 0, so we need to layer up. Mostly cloudy skies and a few morning flurries. A few, and I stress few, afternoon snow showers. Shouldn't be too much. Low 20s. Big storm tomorrow, Kim. I'll have more on it coming up.
All right, well, we will be prepared for that, Brandon, but right now we want to get you out the door. This is a look at your commute over on I-696 right near Gross Beck, and you can see that nothing is going on here. No accidents to report at this time. Okay, well, all week we've been helping you come up with ideas to help you beat those winter blues. So today on Thrifty Thursday, I'm going to help you trick yourself into thinking that you're on a tropical vacation. We'll start with your suntan. Sunless tanners can be expensive and sometimes give your skin an orangey color. Here's a do-it-yourself tanner. Mix together white body lotion with baking cocoa. The more cocoa you add, the darker the tan will be. For my light skin, I just wanted to add a little bit of a glow, so I added just a spoonful of cocoa. Once it's all mixed together, rub into your skin and enjoy that subtle glow. Now, make your house smell like summer. Fill a pot halfway with water, add crushed pineapples and pineapple juice, then slice up an orange, lemon, and a lime. Add those to the pot too. Pour in a splash of vanilla, mix all of the ingredients together, and then let the pot simmer. The smell will fill your house and make you forget about these frigid temperatures. Until you walk outside, of course.
That's cute.
Wait, hold
okay,
on.
that cocoa, I was like, wait a minute. You said it really worked?
So it gave me, just a light glow when you're just like, well, you don't know. But when I'm just like, I am see-through right now.
Right. Like I'm translucent.
Exactly. You just want to
give a
those
little
legs
bronze.
a little bronze.
That was like melanin in a cream.
I know. Who knew you could make it
just trying to save you some money, guys.
Good idea.
While taking you on a pretend vacation.
There you go. Well, how about something a little more
Tropical?
in that? Yes.
Absolutely, because coming up at 6, we've got the places here in Metro Detroit that are great staycation alternatives. I've got the 4 places right in our area that'll make you forget about winter and have you thinking about summer. And you can bring along that cocoa and all that good stuff.
Yeah, come back with a tan.
Unless you have it naturally, like 2 people that I spy right now. It is 5:57, everybody. Coming up on you at 6 o'clock, this show, right? Local stories for you from Howell, Farmington, and Detroit.
Plus, if there is anything worse than getting the flu, it's getting the flu twice. Experts are saying that's a very real possibility, especially now.
It's happened to me, and it's a dangerous trend for drivers. The problem that's bigger than originally thought. We're back with that and more in 1 minute.
Nominate live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
Ready or not, here it comes again. Another snowmaker is headed our way. And if you thought that Wednesday's morning commute was bad and it was terrible, it could be even worse come tomorrow.
And if that isn't bad enough, we're talking slippery roads and potholes. An even bigger problem for drivers. Local 4 cameras were there and rolling as this happened. Car after SUV losing control. We'll tell you what spot or spots you need to be aware of.
And let the games begin. We may still be a day away from the opening ceremonies for the Winter Olympics, but the action actually is already underway in competition. We will tell you who already is in action. Go USA.
That's like the only good news of the morning.
Absolutely, and we're going to have that good news to spread out over the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
So definitely something to look forward to. Welcome to Thursday, everybody. Inching closer to the weekend as well. We never even had a chance to acknowledge that.
No, we like to call it Friday Eve around here to help get you off on the right foot. If possible, you might want to do some of those weekend errands a little bit early, like now or today, sometime today and early tomorrow. Brandon says that a big snowstorm is on the way. How many times have we heard that before?
Yeah, like yesterday.
Here I come. This one, as we mentioned yesterday, will likely dwarf the last 2 or 3, or if you take the last 2 or 3 and combine them, that will equal Friday's storm. 12 degrees outside your door, cloudy skies, wind chill is 3. So we're layering up the kids at the bus stops this morning with drier conditions. It is cloudy, but much better visibility is okay. No snow coming down here just yet, but a few morning flurries possible, a few spotty light snow showers this afternoon. Not the event we're talking about. 22 degrees the afternoon high. There's a little lake effect stuff coming out of Grand Rapids and western lower, but again, we'll talk about the big storm coming up. Your 4-zone weather, though, if you need it now, want to get to your 7-day, you can find your 7-day, find your zone on the weather tab of clickondetroit.com. Let's get a look at the roads, hopefully in much better shape right now, Kim.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It is way better than yesterday. We actually have green on our map, something that we really didn't see yesterday. So that's great news for your commute this morning. No accidents to report at this time. Here's a look at what the roads look like. This is I-94 right at Connor. Traffic volumes are starting to build a little bit, but you'll notice that there's no snow on the roads. So again, it's not going to be slick out there. The main concern is watching out for those potholes because that has been an issue, especially over on I-94. But other than that, we are good to go. I do want to let you know about construction over on Telegraph, though. I'll talk about that coming up in my next report at 6:14. Back to you.
Kim will be checking in with you then. In the meantime, it is 6:02, and we're still talking about potholes. A problem, though, that almost ended in disaster for several drivers along I-94 as you take a look at your screen.
Pretty remarkable video we were catching. Our Local 4 cameras were rolling as driver after driver after driver lost control once they hit this pothole. Priya Mann joins us now live this morning. And Priya, it wasn't just the pothole, it was slick conditions on the freeway as well.
Yeah, you know, it was pretty bad out there. I just want you to take a look right now. It's the middle lane of 94 westbound just before you hit Livernois. And it wasn't just SUVs and cars, but semi-trucks as well losing control. Take a look.
Michigan State Police and MDOT on the scene after potholes send cars careening out of control. Take a look down there. You see the culprits appear throughout the course of the evening, creating downright dangerous conditions. Look at that pickup truck in front of the gasoline hauler, spinning out of control. Wildly managed to regain control and kept going. Take a look at this one. The conversion van hits the pothole, spins out. The Cadillac behind it also loses control. The conversion van keeps going, but the Cadillac driver is up the embankment. And it wasn't just the cars, the semis as well. Take a look. As these trucks hit the potholes, snow and ice fall, which is now freezing just beyond the potholes, making conditions even more dangerous. Look at that silver sports car, no chance. Of the half-dozen spinouts we witnessed Wednesday night, not one made contact with another vehicle. MDOT lobbing cold patch from the shoulder, which will fix it for a little while at least.
So pretty stunning video there. One bit of good news: of about the half a dozen drivers we saw lose control because of that pothole, not one driver hit another vehicle. I just think that speaks to how good we are here in Michigan at avoiding those potholes or being able to deal with the aftermath. The news here, just take your time on the roads. Right now, that pothole in that middle lane, it looks like it's been patched up, but of course, winter isn't over. Take your time on the roads. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
That is remarkable, but then those vehicles collided with one another. Priya, thank you. Meanwhile, we are dealing with a tragedy. A community is searching for answers after these two high school girls, one from Howell High School, the other from Brighton, died in a car accident yesterday along I-96 near Lansing. Juniors Juliana Ward Brown and Darian Locklear were driving on their way to hockey practice yesterday, but their car lost control, careened off the road, hit two trees in the median, and it killed them both. Police say that neither alcohol nor speed were factors in the crash and that both teens were wearing their seatbelts. Both girls were known for their friendly nature, both on and off the ice.
Fun-loving, they're the jokesters. Some of the girls have said in some of the Snapchat posts that no matter how hard the skates were, one of them or both of them would crack a joke to keep the girls motivated. Both sweet girls.
And certainly a huge loss at both of their high schools. Our hearts go out to their family and their teammates. Grief counselors will be on hand at the high schools and at hockey practice today.
It's a tragic loss. It is 6:05 now. And with the start of the Winter Olympics today, Congress is turning its attention to the U.S. Olympic Committee and USA Gymnastics. Senators from both parties are coming together to call for a special investigation into both organizations after stories heard during Larry Nassar's sentencing hearings. Well, here's what we know.
More than 290 coaches and officials associated with the U.S. Olympic sports organizations have been publicly accused of sexual misconduct since 1982. 290. That is not acceptable.
Not acceptable, but very alarming at that. The new legislation will increase oversight of local coaches, as well as require amateur athletic governing bodies to report any allegation of sexual abuse.
Senate Democratic and Republican leaders say that they have reached a tentative agreement on a 2-year budget. They are expected to vote on that bill today before another federal government shutdown. The deadline's midnight tonight. The bill needs to pass both House and Congress and be signed by President Trump. However, some lawmakers oppose the measure. Democratic Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi says that she cannot support the bill because it does not address immigration, especially the fate of DACA. Pelosi addressed the House yesterday about the fate of the Dreamers.
Historian confirms you have now set the record for the longest continuous.
House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi gave a history-making speech, breaking the 1909 record by a few hours for the longest continuous address in the House of Representatives, with nonstop speech for over 8 hours. She demanded House Republicans allow an immigration vote that would resolve the status of Dreamers.
It is 6:07 on your Friday Eve, and Whole Foods straight to your door in just 2 hours. We got details on this new service that Amazon is launching.
Plus, let's get over to Jason Carr. The flame has been lit.
And the game's at 48 hours ahead of the opening ceremony, Team USA already has a win under its belt, kicking off the games. Highlights next.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 6:09 during this Black History Month. Today in Farmington Public Schools, the school district will be celebrating Black History Month with a special showcase titled Reflections on Black History, Culture, and Progress at 7 p.m. inside of Harrison High School. Students, student poets, singers, actors, orators, the STEP team, and the Harrison Dance Company are all going to be performing for the community to come out and see. There's no cost to attend the event. However, donations are accepted at the door and will fund future student programs. The kids have worked really hard, so come on out and support them tonight at 7 at Harrison High School in Farmington. We'll be right back.
Be my Valentine.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 6:11, and the Olympics opening ceremony is tomorrow night, but apparently the competition is already underway in South Korea.
It certainly is, and it looks like Team USA is doing quite well right off the bat, Jason.
It's good news, right? Good morning to all of you. Talk about an Olympic debut. First-time Olympians, USA's Matt and Becca Hamilton, a brother-sister combo from Wisconsin, already have a win under their belt. Let's go to the highlights. Mixed doubles curling, Brandon's favorite sport. USA against the Olympic athletes from Russia, known as OAR. The Russian team won the 2016 World Championship, but the siblings jumped ahead early and cleared the way to a 9-3 romp in 7 ends. How about that?
We came out strong and were able to capitalize on misses and really get a good feel for the ice. So we're looking forward to the rest of the week.
It's a cheesehead right there. Also revealed overnight, Team USA's flag bearer, it will be Luger Erin Hamlin. She's been tapped for the honor during tomorrow's opening ceremony. Hamlin is a 4-time Olympian and was the first U.S. athlete to win an Olympic singles luge medal. She won a bronze in Sochi in 2014. Now, here's a unique story coming out of the Olympics. A Michigan native is on his way to Pyeongchang, but he won't be part of Team USA. He'll be there to coach one of the first Malaysian athletes to compete in the Winter Olympics. The coach is Ryan Shorter from Petoskey, and his athlete, who's actually from Washington State, is Jeffrey Webb. The 19-year-old athlete was born when his parents were visiting family in Malaysia, which allows him to compete under that country's flag. We caught up with the coach about heading to the Winter Games.
Not something I thought about when I was, running a club. You're focused on developing athletes and getting them to the national team, and then the national team coaches take them to the Olympics. So it's a little different.
Coach Shorter lives in Washington now, but his family has been in the Petoskey area for 6 generations. Jeffrey Webb will be competing in the giant slalom on February 17th and the slalom on February 24th. Our team here at Local 4 is also helping you get set for the games. Each night during the 2 weeks, we will have a special Olympic Zone show, The O-Zone, covering all the big stories from the games. The first show is tonight, starting at 7:30. Only right here on Local 4. And as you're snowed in tomorrow and you're trying to stay warm and eating comfort food and all that kind of stuff, just put it on 4 and leave it there, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That's what we'll be doing for sure. Thank you, Jason. Meanwhile, it looks like this is going to be the best little 24-hour window for being out on the area roadways because
it's about to get miserable again.
It's all changing tonight.
This is the man with all the info, Mr. Brandon Rue. Take it away.
All right, guys. Man, I wanted to go back to talk about what a loser Jason is. There's a place over in Western Michigan where you can go learn how to be a loser. Although I know a lot of you are saying, what, you're doing it right here, weatherman. Here's a look at temps out there. The electric company, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the range we're in this morning. Single digits to about 12 in our metro zone. 12 feels like 3. Here are the wind chills on the bottom line. Closer to 0, so that's what we want to dress for as we're heading out and about. Teens through the morning, feeling chillier than that, to near 20 at lunchtime, and then 22 the afternoon. High temperature, some flurries and a light snow shower or 2 possible. You see some of the light stuff across excuse me, southwestern lower Michigan, breaking free as the winds do pick up a little bit late morning and afternoon, just trying to usher in a few of those lighter snow showers. This, though, is the system that's going to really get going throughout the day today over the Pacific Northwest and Western Canada. So the Weather Service has already issued a winter storm watch for us for all day Friday, likely going to be upgraded to a winter storm warning. Meantime, today, again, 4 o'clock, a couple of pockets of snow, no big deal, but by 4 a.m. Friday, the snow is coming in before the morning drive. Once you get north of I-69, the snow chances very, very slim, but between M59 and I-69, that zone 2 will get probably half as much as the rest of us throughout the day Friday. One model here, a pretty good indicator of a 5 to 10 inch range for most of Metro Detroit. Lesser amounts to the north. Oops, didn't want to show this one. That's just another model. Again, all eyes on tomorrow. Early morning snow starts 5 to 10 inches through the day, probably getting a lot of school closures or early dismissals, and you can find all of that on clickondetroit.com. And we're going to get pockets of snow coming and going this weekend too. Your 1-800 Hanson's weather window. This is Wabi Park in St. Clair Shores, most recently known for, Kim?
I don't know.
Pokemon Stop.
Oh. That is
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go. I haven't heard that one.
Josh
in a while.
Strand was over there getting all his, Pikachus this morning.
Oh, I'm sure he loves Pokemon Go. You do too, Brandon. I know your kids do.
I'm playing.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what's going on today. My job is really easy. We don't have any accidents to talk about, so that's always a good way to start the morning. Right now, I want to take a look at this construction over in Pontiac, though, affecting the southbound side of Telegraph between Orchard Lake and Square Lake. 2 lanes blocked there between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. So watch out for that. Could see some slowdowns there. Also, the Davison will have construction on both sides between Linwood and the Lodge. 1 lane blocked there between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. today and tomorrow. But as I said, the roads are looking good right now. We do have our 1-800 call Sam Trapper shot out right now. I want to show you what the roads look like. So much better than yesterday. I-75 right at 12 Mile. Traffic volume starting to build a little bit. No snow on the roads. No accidents to report. Amen. Evrod.
Just for today, don't get comfortable.
No.
It's about to go down tomorrow. It's 6:18, everybody, and let's get into today's consumer headlines. McDonald's is saying bling bling, rolling out its Bling Mac. Plus, Dunkin' Donuts making a major change. But first, Whole Foods delivered to your doorstep. Let's get all the information from Maribel Aber. She's joining us live this morning from NASDAQ. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Amazon will start delivering groceries from Whole Foods. Indeed, the service is available to Amazon Prime members. It has 1- and 2-hour delivery options. So this 2-hour delivery is free on orders of $35 or more. If you want the items in an hour, there's a $7.99 fee. The service is being rolled out in 4 markets to start: Austin, Cincinnati, Dallas, and Virginia Beach. But Amazon plans to expand the service to other markets, but no word on when. Dunkin' Donuts is getting rid of its foam coffee cups. The chain is switching to more environmentally friendly paper cups. The foam cups are non-recyclable and have been the target of environmental activists in some areas. The new paper cups will be rolled out in New York and California this spring before the rest of the chain makes the switch. And McDonald's has a gem of a giveaway for Valentine's Day. Listen to this. The burger chain is offering an 18-karat gold ring called the Bling Mac. To win it, you'll need to tweet your love for McDonald's Big Mac Burger. McDonald's says it will pick the most witty, comedic, and romantic tweet and award its writer the piece of jewelry. You'll have until the 14th to tweet your entry to @McDonald's. Ever talk about a spin on the Cracker Jack box ring? But if you've got the Hallmark in you, tweet away, baby, tweet.
Yeah, but my question to you is, as a woman, if a man offered that to you down on one knee,
What does it look like?
Would you say yes?
Oh, no, not that kind of ring. Just like a fun Valentine's Day ring.
Okay. All right. To each his own. I'm sure there's a woman out there that would say absolutely. All right, Maribel, thank you. It is 6:20 now. Right, what would you say? Would you say yes, or would you say
I'm like, oh, where's the other gift? I'm like, oh, that is so cute. What a cute little joke.
A little joke. Oh boy, I'm sure there's a woman out there that would say absolutely. I would be glad to get married to you at
With
McDonald's.
a Burger King, or Burger King, McDonald's.
McDonald's, yes.
Bling.
Boy, oh boy. Seen it all. New today.
Don't do that to Danielle. Just saying.
She would not appreciate that. New today. How do we recover from this? Troubling traffic stop caught on camera. The one reason why investigators think the driver took off, dragging a deputy along with him.
Plus, your delivery might be a little delayed. The wild ride one red FedEx driver experienced next.
But first, here is today's Facebook friends of the day.
Wow,
this is Teresa Mikowski and her entire family from White Lake Township. She's got 3 children, 7 grandchildren, all pictured here with her husband and a partridge in a pear tree.
Beautiful family. And we have something special for you because we hope just the family dog is not in the picture. We have a gift card for you for Premier Pet Supplies, a great pet store with locations all across the metro area: Beverly Hills, Rochester Hills, Livonia, Novi. And everybody else, don't forget to like the Local 4 Facebook page. Click on that Friend of the Day tab, upload a picture, and tell us something about yourself if you'd like to be our next Friend of the Day. Welcome back. Take a look at this. This happened in Connecticut on some icy roads, and it turned a FedEx driver's shift into a scary situation. Home surveillance video captured it. You can see the truck coming down this hill and spiraling right out of control, knocking over a trash can and coming to a stop. No damage was done, maybe a little bit of damage to that truck, but thankfully the driver was not hurt.
Well, and what you didn't know is that he actually put the gift in the garbage can and spun around and got to the next house in like 30 seconds. It was just good driving, good parking. It was crazy. 12 degrees outside your door right now with cloudy skies. 22 this afternoon, a few flakes and flurries of flying. No big deal, no big storm. That is tomorrow. We'll have more coming up. Kim?
Oh, well, thankfully we're not dealing with snow right now. I just have something that I want you guys to look out for if you are traveling over on northbound I-275. There's a disabled truck right near Ford Road, so be careful of that. It is blocking your right shoulder.
Alrighty, Kim, thank you. To 6:25 on your Friday Eve. And next at 6:30, local stories for you from Royal Oak, Pontiac, and Highland Park.
But first, the flu ×2, why experts say that you are not in the clear if you've already caught the virus once.
Also, meet your new Lions head coach. We're going to hear from Matt Patricia about his cleaned up look and his plans for the team coming up next. We're back in a minute.
Good morning, everyone. Lions introduced Matt Patricia as their head coach yesterday in Allen Park. He put on a suit and tie, which isn't normal for him, but Patricia loosened up rather quickly.
I'm going to get comfortable here for a second. Hang on. Okay, fire away.
He always has a pencil tucked away behind his ear. The 43-year-old takes over a team that has made the postseason 2 of the last 4 seasons. He knows everyone's expectations are high for this football team, and he definitely dressed for the occasion.
When was the last time your hair was this short and you were this clean cut?
I started training camp. This is kind of I start over every year. So we finished the season, Sunday, and so starting another one.
And when's the last time you had a suit on?
That would be traveling out to the Super Bowl last week.
Because you look good. You cleaned up nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I prefer shorts, but this is kind of more appropriate.
Yeah. Are you freaking out just a little bit because believe it or not, you're a head coach in the NFL? I don't know if anyone has told you.
Yeah. I mean, once in a while, I pull myself outside of myself, and I'm kind of looking what's going on, and I really can't believe it. But currently, at the moment, I'm just trying to stay focused.
All right, there he is, Matt Patricia, the Lions' new head football coach. NBA last night, Pistons beat the Nets by 9 at LCA. Pistons have won 5 straight. I'm Bernie Smobbins. We'll see you later today at 5, 6, and 11.
Now, live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6:30 starts now.
She wasn't even safe in school. A 14-year-old assaulted in what's being called one of the most vicious attacks ever.
Plus, driving drowsy. There's an alarming new study that might have you thinking twice when you get behind the wheel and you're feeling tired. Brandon?
Well, this morning we're seeing some lighter snow showers in the Grand Rapids area, also different parts of Wisconsin there, but we are focused on the big picture and a system that is coming at us. It's game on.
Little game of Pac-Man.
Very well done. I was like,
nice.
where is he going with this one?
Yeah. You never know how Brandon's mind thinks.
But sometimes we're a little nervous.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Certainly keeping his eye on the radar, though, because we are experiencing a quiet morning, Brandon, but there's something big looming our way.
Yeah, I mean, we are getting ready for this big winter storm, guys. Winter storm watch is already issued. It doesn't go in effect until Friday, but that could be upgraded to a warning for Friday. So calm before the storm, call it what you will. It's going to be a decent but cold day today. 12 degrees with a feels like temperature of 3. So that's what you dress for. Get the kids ready today for a chilly one. Temperature staying in the teens most of the morning. These winds out of the west-southwest will start picking up mid-morning into the afternoon. And that does increase cloud cover and a few spotty snow chances coming off of Lake Michigan with that west-southwest wind. But 19 at noon, 22 degrees, the afternoon high temperature. Just a few flakes breaking free here. It will be a little steadier and heavier across western lower if anybody is driving that way, but not a big deal today. In fact, the roads should be in pretty good shape. But it is the big storm to the west that is creating a lot of concern. And we look at snow totals early on for this deal, starting early Friday, lasting all day, and it looks like a pretty solid 5 to 10 inch average on these models. Again, that's tomorrow, and we'll look a little closer into this storm and the weekend. More snow, Kim? Oh, we need a good traffic day.
Oh, yes, we do. And that is what we have for you today. No accidents to report at this time. Just want to let you know about this disabled truck here over on northbound I-275 right near Ford Road. You can see those flashing lights. That's blocking the right shoulder, but as you can see, not causing any backups or anything. These cars able to travel at top posted speeds in this area. And I do want to show you another area that looks pretty good as well with our 1-800 call Sam Chopper shot. This is a look at I-696 right at I-275. And you can see that we can see the pavement, something that we couldn't see yesterday at this time. So as I said, we're looking a lot better than we were yesterday, but get ready for tomorrow, guys.
Well, we certainly will. Kim, thank you. To 6:33, everybody. And our top story this half hour, a 14-year-old who should be getting ready for school right now will instead be getting ready to head to court.
Over some very serious charges. This is that 14-year-old that is charged with attacking a female classmate in a shocking sexual assault that was caught on security cameras in the school. Priya Mann joins us now live. And Priya, so disturbing wherever this happened, but it actually happened inside of their high school.
Yeah, that's right. One student attacking another. Now that 14-year-old being charged as an adult, facing 3 counts of criminal sexual conduct and 1 count of unlawful imprisonment.
And this is probably the saddest, most really vicious case I've seen, the most violent case that I've seen, that brutal as far as heinous, monstrous.
Commissioner Dwyer is speaking of 14-year-old Kamani Jamal Tolbert of Warren. The chief says he hung around a Lincoln High School stairwell after school on November 28th, waiting for a victim.
A 14-year-old victim who for the rest of her life is going to be traumatized.
He found one who attempted to escape his advances with everything she had.
She fought off the attacker for 20 minutes.
This we know because there are some 50 video security cameras inside the school, and it appears more than one camera recorded the terrifying assault.
Can't describe, the feelings that we have for this victim and the family enough as far as, our sorrow goes out, our support goes out to the family.
Van Dyke School Superintendent Piper Bogner put out a statement saying, "We're horrified and saddened by this situation. We are doing all we can for the victim and the family." The school personnel responded swiftly, and we are continuing to work with the Warren Police Department and related law enforcement authorities. The assault so brutal, it leaves Dwyer believing the alleged rapist has done this before.
If when he goes to prison, and I hope he goes to prison for life, because he deserves life for what he did to her, to this 14-year-old victim.
And this is a case police officers won't soon forget. Many investigators saying their entire support is behind this young victim and her family. Now, we're expecting to learn new information about this assault and of this 14-year-old whose preliminary exam begins today. Local 4 will be there. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4 News Today.
And Priya, Chief Dwyer mentioned that he believes that Tolbert may have done this before. Do we have any evidence of that? And why at 14 is he being charged as an adult?
Well, I think the severity of the assault in and of itself, the fact that he waited in that school hallway allegedly, and that this young victim fought him for about 20 minutes leads investigators to believe that this may not be his first time. They're asking for anyone with information or who may have been victimized themselves to come forward. But again, we're expecting to learn new information as that preliminary exam gets underway today, and we will be there. Back to you.
All right. Very troubling.
All right, Priya, thank you. At 6:36 now, we're going to get to some stories that are making headlines all across Metro Detroit this morning.
Yes, out of Royal Oak, Pontiac, and also over in Highland Park. And that is where a love triangle turned into a shootout for two men. Police say that the men were arguing over a woman at a home on Cortlandt Street when they began to fight. A man with a concealed pistol's license pulled out his gun and fired several shots, striking the other man at least once. Now the prosecutor must decide whether to file charges.
Police are searching for two suspects in an armed robbery outside of a National Coney Island in Royal Oak. This one happening just after 1 a.m. on Tuesday. Two masked men attacked a couple, robbing them of their cash, their cell phones, and even bashing the woman in the face with a gun. If you have any information about this, please contact Royal Oak Police.
And homeowners in Pontiac are fighting hard against a development plan for a vacant middle school. Developers from Venture Incorporated plan to turn the building into low-income senior housing. The Zoning Commission believes that it would be beneficial to the community and voted in favor of the changes. The Zoning Commission voted down Venture Incorporated's request to build a 12-story facility, which troubled many residents. The residents in the neighborhood are concerned also that the company may make plans to build something down the line with the remaining 6 acres of land.
I like the idea of the senior building, but I do not like the idea of all the rest of the property being able to be changed right before our eyes.
Last night's yes vote moves this plan now to the city council. There is a recommendation that the council separate the open land from that final deal.
It is 6:36 now, and you don't have to go far away like to Miami or California if you want to beat the Winter Blues. Sometimes you can look right in your own backyard. Coming up, we've got the places that are offering a winter escape in just a few.
All right, plus here's Jason with a startling new study.
It is a larger problem than previously thought. Why safety experts are now blowing the horn on drowsy drivers. Rhonda?
But first, a deputy dragged, but this deputy did something daring to get that driver to stop. We'll show you the video next.
Sky 4.
Pretty scary moments here for a sheriff's deputy down in Texas after she gets dragged by a car during a traffic stop on Wednesday morning. The two went about a half a mile before that deputy deployed her laser on the driver, who then stopped the vehicle. The deputy fortunately was not hurt, believe it or not. Investigators believe the driver may have been under the influence of alcohol. A senior White House aide has now resigned amid allegations of domestic abuse. Rob Porter, a White House staff secretary, is described as one of the president's closest aides. Reports claim that Porter's two ex-wives have accused him of verbal and physical abuse, and a picture has come out that shows one of his ex-wives with a bruised eye that has surfaced. Porter is denying all of the claims against him.
Well, what could be worse than getting the flu? How about getting it a second time? Patients who've had the flu might be at risk of getting it a second time, which is defying conventional wisdom. That is because there are two strains of the flu going around. The current strain is H3N3, or influenza A, but the other strain is called influenza B, and it's starting to surface as well. Experts believe that the current flu vaccine will be most effective on this new strain. And I've had it twice. It is not fun. Twice in 1 year.
No. Unfortunately, not this year. That's a good thing.
I know. Knock on whatever this is. It is 6:42, everybody. When it comes to driving, there are many dangers on the road.
There certainly are, from distracted driving, people driving under the influence, and other vehicles around you. But there's another problem that may be even more common than we realize, Jason.
That's right. Possibly the most comprehensive study ever on people who practically fall asleep while driving. And it found the problem is at least 10 times worse than previously thought. As dramatic as new test results on drowsy driving are, so is the way that the tests were conducted. Nearly 3,600 drivers volunteered to be videoed while driving, giving researchers actual evidence of dozing off behind the wheel.
And they're looking for cues such as the droopiness of the eyes, or the amount of eyes that are closures that were being observed.
The videos from the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety and the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute also showed hundreds of crashes, many where a drowsy driver was to blame.
Driver drowsiness was implicated in approximately 10% of these crashes.
None of the crashes were fatal, but that rate is 8 times higher than what federal researchers found, and why safety experts are blowing the horn on drowsy driving.
Drowsy driving affects all of us, and so what we're really trying to underscore with these results is to increase awareness and really get out the message that people really need to try to prioritize sleep. 7 to 9 hours a night, according to the National Sleep Foundation. Otherwise, you could fall victim to falling asleep at the wrong time. On Facebook, we ask if you are guilty of drowsy driving. 33% of you said yes, 31% said no, and 36% said sometimes. You can join the conversation by heading to the Local 4 Facebook page. And for ways to avoid drowsy driving, head to the homepage of clickondetroit.com. Back to you.
All right, Jason, thank you. It is very alarming. It is 6:44 now, and tomorrow's snow won't just impact the roadways. Delta Airlines is getting ready and has already started to issue travel waivers for Michigan flights.
Yes, you can avoid flight delays or cancellations. Flights booked to and from Michigan must be reissued on or before Monday if you have a flight scheduled for tomorrow. In addition, rebooked travel plans will begin no later than Monday. The airports affected by the waiver are Detroit, Flint, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Lansing, and Saginaw. If you have flights scheduled out of there, you can reschedule. Let's get over to Brandon and talk about just why we may need to reschedule our travel plans.
We're already under a winter storm watch for tomorrow by the Weather Service. Snow starting about 4 a.m. and going all day long, about 5 to 10 inches. And still, this may be conservative. A few spots could be getting healthier snow totals. And we could be getting information throughout the day about early dismissals Friday or school closings. So make sure you keep clickondetroit.com tuned in. All right, also want to see your storm pins pictures during the storm tomorrow. It's a free app, Local 4 Storm Pins, and we'll just show you an example of some of the stuff that you get to see on that. Some of it's better than others. For instance, whoa, look at this guy. Ryan Hansen in Detroit says, holding off Peter. Just keep that storm out of Quahog there, guy. All right, that's it. Local 4 Storm Pins, a free app for you for social media approach to storms. You can get on there and do accents and 12 degrees with a west wind at 6. So we've got single-digit wind chills or closer to 0 as you get the kids ready. Bundle them up at the bus stop. Sun rises today at 7:39. Goes to bed about 6 o'clock tonight. 22 this afternoon. Spotty snow shower can't be ruled out, but really the big show, the big shoe is what's coming out of the northwest as we head into tomorrow. So again, spotty snow shower or flurry, mainly in the afternoon hours today, but tomorrow morning, here it comes. And once we get north of I-69, snow totals really go down, but through the day it will be coming in waves and heavy at times. And because of the all-day expectation of that, we do think that 5 to 10 inches, according to a model like this, a pretty good bet and a good chance for more of those school club. Why does this model keep coming in there, Kim? I'm running out of time. Again, snowy tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday, another snowmaker coming in that could bring several more inches. That is still debatable with the models, so we're keeping an eye on that. But just get ready for a very, very wintry Friday and weekend ahead. Kim, now for live traffic time.
Good morning, Brandon. I think we're going to be okay because we are pros at this point. It has been a snowy winter, but it's always, you know, you want to plan ahead no matter what. So make sure you set the alarms early for tomorrow. But here's a look at today. Not really dealing with much out there, which is great news. Northbound I-275 right near Ford Road. We do have a disabled truck here blocking your right shoulder, but as you can see, it's not impacting traffic at all. No buildups, backups in this area. Cars able to get by just fine. Now let's take a look at our roads with another shot right now with our 1-800 call Sam Chopper shot. This is a look at I-96 right at Southfield Freeway. And as you can see, we can see pavement today, which is something we couldn't see yesterday or probably not going to be able to see tomorrow. So enjoy it today. No accidents in this area. Over to you.
It is 6:48, and when you think of sunshine and beaches, you might be thinking Hawaii or maybe even the Bahamas. But when it comes to escaping these cold and snowy months, believe it or not, you can battle the winter blues in your very own backyard, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. It's hard to think about summer and the beaches in Michigan when they look like this during the winter. But just take a drive up I-75 to Lifetime Fitness to get away from the cold. Their indoor heated pool will keep you satisfied until your next trip up north. The zero-entry pool is heated to 88 degrees to make it feel like you're stepping into one of Michigan's many lakes in the middle of summer. There's water slides for the kids and adults, as well as swimming lessons and aerobics classes.
It's like a sweet escape. So on those days that it's just so cold, you can come in and there's literally something for everyone. So whether you're, you know, young child, adult, family, young athletes, triathletes, we have something for everyone. All kinds of programs that just make the winter, you know, just a little bit better.
Around the corner in Sterling Heights, a similar winter escape that you can make a vacation out of without even having to hop on a plane or miss a day of work or school.
It's hot. It's hot in here. We have packages that they can stay overnight in. It's a little vacation from home.
Pack a suitcase and stay overnight at the Wyndham Garden Sterling Heights. Your hotel stay includes access to what they claim is Metro Detroit's largest indoor water park. Inside the hotel is a restaurant, and there's also access to food and cocktails to sip poolside. Head back into Detroit and stop by the Belle Isle Conservancy. It might feel like winter outside, but inside is like a tropical destination with flowers from all over. The dome glass ceiling lets in all the sunlight to help you forget what the actual temperature is outside. And finally, tucked away along the Detroit River is the Outdoor Adventure Center. Here, you can touch a waterfall, step onto a fishing boat and reel in a big fish, and even enjoy a summer afternoon outside, inside instead. See, there is a lot of fun. Here's the deal, though. This is just for you, all of our Local 4 viewers. You do have to be a Lifetime Fitness member to enjoy some of their indoor amenities. However, they're going to be offering everyone a free week-long pass when you say that you saw this story on Local 4 WDIV. And they have locations all across Metro Detroit. Wyndham Gardens will set you back a minimum of $129 for a one-night access to their water park for the entire family. That is for your whole family. You can stay overnight there in their rooms. Belle Isle Conservancy, $16 for a one-day pass onto Belle Isle. The Outdoor Adventure Center is just $5 or less, depending on your age. So when you're feeling blue, we're here to help you.
Those are some great ideas.
There you go.
The Belle Isle Conservancy looked just enchanting.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
It certainly is.
All right, we're not done helping you battle the winter blues. Tomorrow, if you've been skipping those workouts because it's just too cold, you really need to get back out and get into it. So I'm going to show you 4 new fitness trends that I promise will improve your mood, and that's for Fitness Friday. It certainly did improve ours when we went out.
Plus, we have put it to the test. We try out the so-called Happy Light to see if it actually improves your mood, and we have an expert that's going to weigh in on that as well. So that is tomorrow at 6 a.m. We've had that light on for quite some time in the newsroom.
It's working.
I would say our moods have been improved just a little bit. That's just a little tease. We'll have the full story tomorrow.
And we are right back with the stories to watch for, plus the Sports Illustrated Swim Edition. It's ditching the bathing suits.
Oh.
We'll have more on that and the message that they want to get across coming up.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's get into your stories to watch for. A teen accused of raping another student at Lincoln High School in Warren is due in court. Kaimani Tolbert will face a preliminary exam to determine if there's enough evidence for him to stand trial.
Another government shutdown looming, and a budget is not decided by midnight. The federal government will shut down. This comes as late Wednesday, the Senate reached a breakthrough on a 2-year deal. A vote is expected today.
And the Winter Olympic Games are already underway in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Tonight here on Local 4, we've got figure skating and freestyle skiing events that kick off at 8. But first, tune in to the Olympic Zone. That's at 7:30 for a preview of this year's games. Now let's head on into the newsroom with Jason.
Today on ClickOnDetroit.com, your one-stop spot for all things Winter Olympics, curling, bobsledding, alpine skiing, and more. How much do you really know about the Winter Games? Well, we've got an expert guide to make you the expert. And the rising stars, check out our stories on all the athletes expected to shine in South Korea. We will see you right back here live, 9:15-ish for Jason Carr Live on Facebook. Let's go back to the studio.
All right, we'll be there, Jason. Thanks so much. And 14 right now. Temp is up a little bit, but so are the winds. So cloudy skies and a wind chill of about 3. 22 this afternoon with clouds and a couple of spotty light snow showers, but heavier snow moving in by about 4 a.m. Friday. 5 to 10 inches tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
Finally here this morning when Sports Illustrated's latest swimsuit issue hits newsstands next week. It's going to include a special project surrounding the Me Too movement.
And also no swimsuits. The project, titled In Her Own Words, will include several models posing naked with words written on their bodies that describes them personally. Sports Illustrated says this project allows the voice, strength, and passion of the women to be expressed in the rawest form. You can see some of the original photos on our website at ClickOnDetroit.com.
Well, I don't want to miss any of the messages. I hope they move the bars.
Just in, ClickOnDetroit.com has now crashed.
Today's show is next, everybody.
We'll see you
Enjoy your
tomorrow.
day.